Welcome back to another reaction video for Lanterns episode 2. And you guys just know what to do. Like, share, subscribe to ZayGz Reacts, ZAYGZ Reacts on all your social media platforms. So, let's just get into it. So, first off, we have Mr. John Stewart. The lantern, like, he has to go get the lantern for Hal. The ring's energy is low. John tries to fly, tries to use that willpower and everything to fly. It's just not happening. He's military veteran. It's just not happening. So is it a way more practical from his subconscious to make a bird? Possibly. But Hal says, here's your plane ticket. Go get my lantern. But keep that construct of that bird around for about 48 hours. But, Hal's a low-key hater on the low, so he most likely doesn't think he could do it. And then we get to Mr. Hal Jordan, who uses the last bit of power the ring has left in it. Goes up, tries to fly, and boop, splat. He's looking for all the people in the town, and everyone in Rushville is mysteriously at the post office. We know it's a cover up. They're trying to cover something up. You know how these small towns are, especially when they got extraterrestrials around. And they're trying to decide whether to go on with the football game or not. Hal burst in talking to Billy Macon. Billy Macon says, hey, all your charges are dropped, so why are you still here, basically? And then Carrie says, hey, honey. And they both jump up. And it's one of the funniest parts in the episode, to be honest. And Hal's just talking, oh, you guys are talking about me. There's a cover up going on. And gets a call from John. John says, man, your house is huge. Like, your house is ginormous. And Hal's like, I just saved some rich kid. His dad gave me the house. Lanterns don't get paid well. Which is crazy to think about, that lanterns, they work for the Guardians. The Guardians don't really have a payroll. So to get paid, they have to do the taxes. They have to put in their timesheets. Do lanterns clock in necessarily? Like, wonder if they go to and just press their ring when they, I don't know. Anyways, finds all these crazy suits. First of all, I love the physical aspect of these suits instead of the digital ones. Shout out Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, these ones look great, but they're yellowing a little bit. Could that be because Hal's a little fearful? Or he's been succumbing to fear over the years? And now that John's around, he's becoming even more fearful? Or there's something going on. But John says, okay, I'm looking for the lantern. Hal says, okay, but I have to give you the password to it. And that password happens to be Mojo doesn't socialize. If you guys don't know who Mojo is, I'm pretty sure he's the sentient planet where all the lanterns congregate on. And he is just the living planet where they all socialize. He distributes the rings and the power within them. So yeah, it was a little funny. It was a little funny quirk. I had to go back and really think about it, and then I was like, oh, that's what he meant. I didn't catch it at first. And then he doesn't get his ass kicked, but these guys are extraterrestrials. But he gets kidnapped by this alien named Anton, who says, we would like your help, and you have 48 hours to find out who the Manhunter is, or we're just gonna come to the town and start blowing ourselves up. Which is crazy to think that they're just a bunch of suicide bombers. But their whole civilization, their race has probably been wiped out by the Manhunters. And I have a clue who I think he is. if you'll see right here, it's a very scary looking monster. And I can't, if I butcher the name, do not kill me in the comments. Do not kill me. Atrocitus. I think I got it. He is the leader of the Red Lantern Corps, who are filled by rage, bloodthirsty rage. I laughed at that. That's crazy. But they're fueled by rage, and his wife, his sister, his mother, his wife, his dog, his cat, all got wiped out by the Manhunters. So filled with all that rage and anger and anguish, he had to make the Red Lantern Corps. I mean, look at these demons. The squad kind of looks tough. I'm not gonna lie. Look at the red. First off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man got a, yeah, that's an 8-pack on the suit. That's so you know it's like defined, cause yeah, he been putting in that work in the gym. Even though they're kind of evil, bloodthirsty monsters, you still gotta get your work in. And we got the rings. We got. I'm sorry, they couldn't all fit in here. I tried to get the best photo for them, but green is willpower. Green Lanterns. Yellow. Shout out Sinestro. For fear, we got indigo. I'm pretty sure it's compassion. Orange is greed. Obviously, red is rage. Blue is hope. And then violet is what is violet is love, I believe. And then you got life and death. So we can make a whole 3,000-4,000 videos just on the history of the different cores and everything. So maybe one day we'll dive deeper into them. Look at these fools. Don't they look scary? They're just synthezoids created by the Guardians to bring peace and law and order to the universe. Until they said, nah, we just have to kill all the criminals. Everybody has to get wiped out. So that's what we're going to do. And I mean, just look at them. They're wiping out races, civilizations. It's really crazy. And I wasn't talking about this Manhunter, John Jones of the Justice League, the GOAT. Yep, we're not talking about him. Hope he makes an appearance some way, somehow, some shape or form. But stay tuned. Let's hope we see him around. The Guardians of Oa, who have just been lying to everybody. No wonder Sinestro's crazy in the head, but still, no wonder he had to turn his back on. It's like 50. No, we'll see. They do have some crazy secrets and everything they hold back. So in a way, I can see why a lot of lanterns defect, minus the homicidal stuff. We don't condone that, but all the secrets they hold, creating the Manhunters, and they're a very interesting group. And I hope we learn more about them in the show or in future shows, because they're that drip is kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie, like with the robe and everything, and the yeah. I mean, but they got big egos. You could tell, big blue heads, big egos. Come on now. And then we got Mr. Macon. Come on now. Papa Macon. Hal comes to confront him about how his men knew about the extraterrestrials and everything that was going on on the football field, and who his benefactor is. And Papa Macon says, get out of my compound or I'm going to shoot you. And he sure enough does that. And he really don't play games. And now, I don't know if he's a manhunter. Do you all think he's a manhunter? It can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. I refuse to believe he's a manhunter. He just might be. He just might have that dog in him and just can't stand aliens. So, Hal got shot. Clean sniper shot right in the shoulder. He's in the hospital. And, he's talking in his sleep about Sinestro. Carrie picks up on it. And yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic between these two. Hal, you can't date her. You can't get with her. She's a married woman. But has that ever stopped any of these superheroes before? Let's be real. Some of their morals can lack on occasion, so we gotta watch out for that. Speaking of Miss Carrie Kane, she's from Gotham, and her last name is Kane. Gotham Kane. Okay, do 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 do. And she was on the phone with someone named Barbara. Barbara Gordon, Gotham Kane, Barbara Gotham Kane. Oh, you know, could there be a connection to a Martha Kane? If you guys probably recognize that little boy down there, don't you? That's I think his name is Cruz Toos, Bruce something, man. Who knows? But that is Martha Kane, who eventually became Martha Wayne through marriage, had a child named Bruce Wayne, who is, sorry about that, this man, Batman, Vengeance. That was crazy good. But yeah, so I'm hoping we see a connection in between there, some way, somehow. We just want to see Batman in one of these shows, man. Just make an appearance, something, just so we can see the cowl or something, the cape, something. But there's Batman around. There has to be Batwoman somewhere. Miss Kathy Kane. She has to be somewhere out there too. I have to finish this. I have to finish the show too on the CW. I have to finish a lot of shows on the CW. Let's not get off track, but I definitely have to finish this one. First off, the suit design, crazy. Some of the action scenes, crazy. So I hope we see Kathy Kane and the Wayne family do a little mingling in this new universe brought to us by DC Comics. And then here's John with his side chick, Zoe. Yeah. So what do we think her game is? She's just staying with Macon for the money and protection, or is she a manhunter? That can't be another plot. These just seem too simple of choices to have. I won't do it. It has to be somebody that we wouldn't expect. I'm gonna keep dropping theories on who I think it is in other videos. But she's saying, "Hey, can you trust Hal, John? He can be a little sketchy. He's been a little sketchy over the past few years. Something's off about him." There's John with that stoic, stern face, just thinking about it. Brings Hal the lantern. He says the oath real quick. Boop, 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 darkest day, brightest day. Okay, and he's done. But he's still curious about how John kept that bird constructed for so long without the ring. Could he be happy for him? Yeah. Could he be fearful of him? Yeah. Is he a hater? 1,000%. So John just shrugs it off. Oh, it's just a bird. I don't know. Just deconstructs it. So Hal's definitely thinking in his head, oh, yeah, this the prodigy right here. John's the prodigy. I gotta watch out for him. He looks good in the suit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna be a hater. He looks good in the suit. But he takes off. He goes to planet Oa, and he's going there to see somebody in the prison cells. Who is that? Who's that person? It is the brother-in-law of Abin Sur. Rest in peace. Who is Mr. Sinestro. Looks good. First time seeing him in 15 years live action? I'm not mad about it. And so he says, Hal says, tell me about Manhunters. And he says, oh, tell me about John Stewart. And I could just sense the fear just boiling in Hal right now. And of course, Sinestro, his former mentor, is going to be the one get inside his head, probably cause more fear to happen. So Sinestro, I hope we see a lot of Sinestro, man. I love his character. I love the development. I love the sneaky ways, and he always try to cause chaos and the dictatorship and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see what direction Hal really goes and that we'll be able to see throughout the series. But that's it. You guys already know Lanterns, #1 show out, HBO Max, Sundays 9 p.m. Check it out. Tell your grandmother, your sister, your aunt, your ex-baby mama, whoever, doesn't matter. Tell them we #1 right now. But it's been Zay G's Reacts. ZAY Reacts. And I'll see y'all for episode 3 on Sunday.